Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to create a beautiful e-commerce website using WordPress, Elementor, Astra themes, WooCommerce for your payment gateways, WP Forms for your form entries, as well as ChatGPT in order to create text and titles and all other elements needed to fill out your website. This is a fully functional e-commerce website with a store selling cameras and drones where your customers are able to view products and add them to the cart. And I'll be showing you how to customize all your other pages and adding your own images and elements. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and don't be shy to hit a like. It really helps my videos reach more and more users, and it encourages me to create more beautiful content for everybody. So please enjoy. Without further ado, let's get started with this tutorial. As you can see here, I'm on my main dashboard of WordPress. And if I open up my website in a new tab, we can see that we have our basic theme applied with no pages, no customization. And this is what comes with WordPress as default. So I'm going to close this tab. And for this website, for our e-commerce website, I'm going to be using Elementor, as I did in my previous video, which is our free website building platform. We're going to also be using Astra themes, and we're going to be using a free e-commerce theme, which I will get to afterwards. And as a little aside addition, I'm going to be using ChatGPT in order to fill in some blocks of text on our website, and I'm going to show you some quick and easy prompts that you can use in order to fill in the information on your website. So let's go back to our dashboard, and first things first, I'm going to go to plugins on the left. I'm going to click add new, and here in the top right, I'm going to search for Astra starter templates, and our Astra starter is enough, and we're going to see this first plugin over here. This is the one that we want to install, so install now. Installed, activate. Brings us back to our plugin page, and we can see here now that we have starter templates installed and activated. I'm going to then click on See Library. We're going to click Build Your Website Now. Select Page Builder. We're going to click Elementor. And for our type of website, I'm going to click on e-commerce. And in this tutorial, I'm going to be customizing this one. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to simply do skip and continue, because we will upload our logo manually later. Skip and continue. I'm going to leave everything as default, press continue. I do not fill out this information. Install and activate, import, install required plugins. That's going to be needed to install Elementor and possibly some other plugins. In this case, we're going to be looking for WooCommerce as well. Import content is just going to be the default images and posts. Share non-sensitive data. I'm going to untick this and submit and build my website. Give it a few seconds. Normally it takes a minute or less. We can see the different plugins being installed: WooCommerce and WP Forms. WP Forms we saw in my previous video is a entry form, a plugin to perhaps collect emails and send newsletters. And here we are. Congratulations, your website is ready. View your website. And this is now our new e-commerce website that was installed. As we can see, there is a lot of default text, and we created a plant shop where you can see our products. We have plants, we have cactus, but we want to create a tech-based website where we sell drones and we sell cameras. So let's close this tab. Here we can exit to our dashboard on the top right. And now we're back to our main WordPress dashboard. So I want to start customizing our website. And first things first, here on the left, we can see that we have Astra. We now have WooCommerce installed, and WooCommerce is going to be our platform needed for our customers to purchase products and enter their payment information and all of that. So as you can see, when I click on the WooCommerce, we need to go ahead and try and set this up, but we can set this up later. So we can do skip setup store details. No thanks. And as you can see, you will have to set up payment gateways, shipping costs, etc. Personalize your store. So within the WooCommerce menu on the left, you'll be able to see your orders coming in, your customers that have signed up. You're able to create coupons for your page. If we continue on the left, and we now have a product selection. So let's click on product. And we can see that here is a list of products that came by default with this theme. Now, if we click on one, for example, this brings us to our edit product page. And I'm gonna go ahead and change this plant into a camera for my digital electronics store. So first things first, I'm gonna change the image. I'm gonna do remove product image. And I'm gonna now click on set product image. And here you're gonna see, I'm gonna bring this I'm gonna be uploading an image where you'll find on my desktop, I've saved a couple of cameras. Let's click on the first one. So now I'm gonna be able to go into my folder that I had created earlier, into cameras. And I'm going to select this first camera here, and I'm going to simply drag it. And this is our camera here. set product image on the bottom right. And as we can see our image uploaded here, I'm going to change the name of the product to Canon EOS. And for my product description, I'm going to be using ChatGPT. So I have it already opened in a new tab. And here I'm going to write a prompt saying, write me a short product description for a Canon EOS camera. Enter. Give it a few seconds. Clearly, it's writing me a lot more text than I actually need. I'm going to stop generating. And I'm going to take perhaps this sentence here. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go back to my edit product page. I'm going to delete all of this and paste. So we have our title, our product description, our product image. Regular price, let's change this because this is going to clearly be more than $23. Let's put this at $500. And we can set a sale price for $425. Here we have some product settings, such as inventory in stock. We can put a custom SKU. We can put some custom weight dimensions for your shipping costs. And there's some other customizations that we can do, but for now we'll leave it like this. Here on the right, we have product categories, which is something that I want to edit. So a better way, actually, I'm gonna instead go on the left-hand side of the screen, and here, here we have categories. I'm gonna click on categories. I'm sorry. Before that, we need to save changes. Let's just do update on the right. Let's go to categories on the left. And we can see that we have right now two categories, cactus and plants. Let's create a new category. So we're going to do add new category. I'm going to write cameras. The slug, I'm going to just put cameras. Description, we can leave it blank. And I'm going to click add new category. Now we can see here that we have cameras. I'm going to do the same for drones. Name, add new category, drones. Slug will be drones. Add new category. Now we can see we have drones and cameras. So let's go back to our products. On the left, I'm going to click all products. I'm going to go back to our first one, Canon EOS. I'm going to click it. And if we scroll down in here on the right-hand side, we have product categories. I'm going to unselect plants. I'm going to click cameras. Let's scroll down here. We can add product tags. For now, I'm happy with this, and I'm going to click update. Now, let's go back to all products, and we can see here that we have the other default plants. I'm going to open up our website in a new tab. And we can see here that we still have our plants displayed. And if I go to store, I do not see plants or cactus I do not see drones or cameras. So this is something that we need to edit. And I'm going to do this by clicking on the Customize button on the top left. Now this is the customizer that is loading. And we can see here a Edit Element button for the menu. I'm going to click this Edit button. And this is our menu that we need to configure. I'm going to click Configure Menu from here. And this primary menu is what we want to edit. Main menu, so I'm going to do Edit Menu. We can see that store, we have plants and cactus. I'm going to need to add items. Categories. Product categories. And I'm going to be clicking on cameras. And I'm going to be clicking on drones. Okay. So, however, we can see that it added it in line with the other items. We want to put it underneath store, and we want to remove plants and cactus. So that's simply a matter of, on the left hand side here, taking cameras, dragging it up and placing it here. You see the indentation makes it such that if we leave it as such and we go under store and then cactus, it's going to be a sub menu. That's not what we want. So we want to remove the indent, and we're going to bring drones up and do the same. Remove the indent. And we don't really want to see plants and cactus, so I'm going to click this, scroll down, remove, cactus, click here, scroll down, remove. So now we can see on our menu in the preview, we have store, cameras, and drones. I'm going to click on publish. I'm going to close this. And if I zoom out again, this is our main page, and under store we have cameras and drones. So now we can see that under the store we have our menus correctly set up. So let's go back and edit the rest of the products. I'm going to close this tab. I'm also going to close the Elementor and the Astra tab as we don't need them anymore. So if we click on products on the left, let's go down and edit these products. I'm going to do this very quickly. So on the right hand side, product image, remove product image, set product image, upload files. Now I'm going to go to my folder that I had set up earlier. And in this case, I'm going to click and drag the rest of the cameras. So I have a total of 6. We did 1 before, so this is the remaining 5. I'm going to click all 5 and drag it here. These are all other images that came by default with the Astra theme. So I'm going to select this image, set product image, as we can see here. I'm going to change the title to Sony Cam. And I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to say now, write me a 2-sentence description for a Sony camera. I'm going to click here. I'm going to copy this, copy, go here, delete, paste. Let's set a price of $650. We will not put a sale price. Product categories, I'm going to unselect plants and I'm going to select cameras. So we have a product description. We also have a product short description. Let's regenerate response in ChatGPT. And let's copy this. And let's paste it here. And let's click update. Now if we open up our website in a new tab, and I click store and then cameras, we can now see that our cameras are starting to populate our store. We still have categories here on the left of cactus and plants, which we will be removing as we continue going along this process. So let's go back to our all product page and let's continue. Click here, remove product image, set product image. Let's select this one, set product image. We're gonna call this Canon 80D. Let's go back to ChatGPT. I'm going to say now do the same for a Canon EOS 80D. Hit enter. Let's copy this. Go back to our edit product page. Paste this, and we can take a short sentence from here, copy, go back to our page for short description and do paste. Let's set a price of $745. Product categories on the right. I'm going to unselect plants and click cameras. Update. Let's go back to our all products. I'm going to do the same for the rest of the plants. So now we can see that I edited all the plants. The products that were in the plants categories are now in the cameras categories. And if we open up our website in a new tab, and we click on store and then cameras, we can see now that our cameras have popped up with the appropriate prices, and the ones that are on sale will pop up on sale. And at any point we can click on an item and it gives us the product overview. This is called a single product page. So we're able to zoom in on the product. We have the description that we entered. Here is the short description along with reviews, if there were any. And we see some related products. Let's close this tab. And we're going to need to do the same for these products. We're going to turn them into drones. So let's click on this one. Remove product image, set product image, and similarly to our procedure for the cameras, I'm going to go into drone folder that I already set up. I'm going to select all 6 of these, and I'm going to simply drag them into here for the uploader. And as you can see, we have our 6 drones posted up here. So let's click on the first one, set product image. So now We're back at this page. We have our product image. I'm going to change the title to Red Drone. I will open up ChatGPT in the new tab and say, write me a short description for a red drone. We're going to let that load. I'm going to copy this, paste, and I'm going to take one more little sentence, copy for the short description, and do paste. We'll set a price of $450, and product categories on the right, I'm going to unselect cactus and click on drones, and I'm going to click on update. And now if we go back to all products on the left, you can see that I started to populate some of the drones. We still have a few more left, so let's finish those up. Let's click here. Remove product image. Add set product image. Let's select this one. Set product image. Let's give it a title. We'll say Quad Cop 88. Let's go to ChatGPT. I'm going to say now do the same for Quad Cop 88. Okay, let's copy this. We can stop generating at any time. So I'm going to do copy, paste. Let's take a small sentence, copy, paste, and let's set a price of $350. On the right hand side, I'm going to unselect cactus and select drones. Let's So now we are back to our main dashboard page. I'm going to open our website in a new tab. And right away, let's click on Customize Page. I'm going to show you how to change the logo. We're going to work from top to bottom, and hopefully I'll be able to cover all the aspects that are needed. So let's click on Customize. Okay. And the Customizer menu allows us to edit the main header, including the menu and the logo. So let's click on this Edit Element button. And this is our logo. Now let's do Remove. Now let's click Set Logo, Select Logo, Upload Files, and I have already created a logo, which I can show you how to do using Canva in another video. If you are interested, please leave a comment and I will do a step-by-step on how to create your own logo. So this is going to be my logo for today. Samtech Products, select. We can click on Skip Cropping on the bottom right. And as you can see, our logo has appeared on top, but I would like it a little bit bigger, sorry. Let's increase the width here. And this title of my blog on top. Site title visibility. We can unclick this. Oops. Site title visibility. Yes. So by clicking this, we enable the site title. Eventually the title will not be called my blog. Instead of my blog, we can call it Samtech Products. And let's remove this site title. And as I showed you in the previous video, the setting for different logo for Retina devices, we can just keep it off. But if you wanted to set a higher quality logo for perhaps Retina devices such as Apple iPhones or some OLED Android phones, as well as certain laptops and computer monitors, you can upload a different higher quality logo. But for now, we're going to keep it unselected. And now we have successfully changed our logo. I'm going to click on Publish. I'm going to go back to our dashboard and open up a new tab with our website. And we can see we have Samtech Products with our menu. Now let's start changing this text here. I'm going to close the Customizer tab since we published and updated our changes. Now let's click on Edit with Elementor. This is going to be our first time entering Elementor in this video. We can press X over here. We can press X over here. Let's start editing our website. I'm going to close the navigator as well. And at any point, if you would like the navigator to show up again, you're going to go here on the bottom left. There's a button called Navigator. You click it and it pops up. You can close it at any time. So let's start changing the text. Here, each element has an edit button. So this is a heading. We can click Edit Heading. Instead of best quality plants, we can write best quality tech products. And instead of amazing variety of plants, we can say amazing variety of cameras and drones. We can leave it as such. And we're going to want to change this background image. So this is going to be underneath edit section button, edit section, style, image. We're going to do choose image. I'm going to click on upload files, and just as previously in the video, I have saved a bunch of different landscape formatted images that I'm going to just drag and drop here. You're going to see them upload. And here on top, I have uploaded a couple of images. We're not sure how exactly they're going to show up on our website, but let's give it a go. So I like this guy. I'm going to select it and click select. Now we can see that our image refreshed, and now we have an amazing variety of cameras and drones. However, we have a little color contrast issue here. I'm going to show you how to work around this. So under the section setting, we have image, and what I like to do, we can go down here to background overlay. Background type, we can select classic. Color is white. Opacity, I'm going to lower the opacity, and you're going to see that slowly our image starts to reappear. So this background overlay basically is going to apply a color on top of whatever image you have set. So we can keep it relatively light. And if we're not sure about how this text is clashing with the image, we can select this heading over here. And we're even able to go to style, text color. We can change the color altogether. Now we have some global colors which are already kind of defaulted and set. You know, as you can see, these are default colors that you can quickly change any element within Elementor, and you can keep your colors consistent, but I don't like any of these colors. So let's click on this, and this allows us to go back to our default color. And instead of changing the color, in order to fix this clash, we can simply go to content. And I want to jump this and drones to, actually I want to remove the word and. So let's go ahead and remove the word and. And I'm going to click on update. So I'm going to go back to our dashboard. I'm going to open up our website in a new tab. And here is our website up to date. Best quality tech products, amazing variety of cameras and drones. Shop now. So let's go back to our Elementor. Let's scroll down. Plants collection, very simple. We're going to click on edit. Now this icon, I do not want this plant icon. So let's do icon library. And there's a bunch of free icons that come with Elementor. And I can start searching for some. Let's say I write tech. Does anything pop up? No. How about camera? Let's click on camera. Insert. Now we have our camera icon. Let's say I want to change this title. Instead of plants collection, let's type in text selection, and the description, we will write tech for everyone. And we can change the color of this icon. I'm going to go to style, icon, primary color is white, and Let's create a new global color for the sake of the video. I'm going to click on this color picker, and let's go with something more blue, something like that. Now up here I can click on create new global color. I'm going to select and I'm going to write ST for Samtech 1. Samtech color 1, create. Okay. Now we can go here, for example, free shipping. I like the text and the icon, but I want to change this guy to blue. I'm going to click here, style. Now instead of clicking here, I'm going to click on this icon and I can scroll down and find ST1, and there you have it. And I'm going to do the same thing for here. Click on edit, style, secondary color. I'm going to scroll down to ST1, and there you have it. Let's scroll down. Now, what are these over here? These are an image box. We can click edit image box. And instead of the title of beautiful plant varieties, we can say beautiful, or we can say camera varieties. And in a piece of text here, we can say we have many types of cameras for sale. Just want to double check something. Okay, so actually in order to change this image, we're gonna have to edit the column. Click on edit column, style. The background image is this plant, but we clearly want to change it to, let's say, a camera. So where I'm going to click on choose image. Feel free to upload a new one, but I'm going to select one of our cameras from the previous upload. I'm going to click on this, select, and here's our camera now. We're going to do the same thing for here. I'm going to click on edit column, style, image, choose image, and let's select a drone. Let's select this drone, select. Here, I'm going to click on edit image box, and I can write drone systems, and the description I'm going to write visit our drone selection to find the right one for you. And the last column here, I'm going to click this, edit column, gardening accessories. No way. Let's go back to style, choose image. I'm going to select this old camera here, select. I'm going to select edit image box. Title, I'm going to write vintage gear. And description, I'm going to say shop for a vintage model. We have certified every camera, for example. Okay, this is looking good. Periodically, you may click on update just to make sure that everything saves. If we go back to our website here and click refresh, this is our website so far. Amazing variety of cameras and drones. You can scroll down, and this is our subsection, if you may call it. And if you see, we have a few buttons here, which I'm going to fix afterwards for everybody. Featured plans, do not like this. Let's go back to Elementor. Let's continue scrolling down. Here we can, in this section, we can click on edit heading, and we can write featured products. And instead of some dummy text for the text editor, we can click on edit text editor, and here we can write browse our most popular products here. Okay. I'm going to click on update. I'm going to go back to our website and click on refresh. Here we have featured products. I'm going to show you very quickly a tip. Now, how do you select which products to be featured? Let's go back to our dashboard. And on the left, I'm going to click on products, all products. You can see here that there's a column with some stars that are selected and unselected. This is our way of selecting which products are going to be featured or not. So as you can see, we have some featured products where we can select and deselect as we wish. And that will ultimately determine which products show up here. So you can showcase the ones that you would like. Let's scroll down to our next section. Need help choosing the right plants. Let's change this to make it more appropriate for our website. Let's go back to Elementor and scroll down. Need help in choosing the right plants. Let's change this to need help in choosing the right gear, question mark. Now, instead of trying to figure out what text to put here, I'm going to use ChatGPT. Now let's go back to ChatGPT, and the prompt I'm going to write is, write me a small section for my website under the title, need help choosing the right gear, question mark. I'm gonna let that load. And this is proving to be a lot of text, so I'm gonna click on stop generating. And I like this section here. Selecting the perfect equipment for your specific needs can be a daunting task, etc., etc. Let's copy. Let's go back to Elementor. Let's click on here, edit text editor. We can remove all of this dummy text and click paste. Now let's grab a little bit more of text. Our team of experts is passionate about technology. Let's click this. Copy, back to Elementor. Let's skip a line and do paste. Oops. Let's do Control-Z and do Control-Shift-V, which will paste without any formatting. So this is looking good here. Let's keep going down. Testimonials. Now let's edit this whole testimonial section. Testimonials, let's click on edit text editor. And let's write here from our trusted customers. And let's click on this edit column over here, style, and here we have image of this woman, but let's say I would like to edit it, choose image, upload files, and in a similar fashion, I have already saved images of a few people. Now let's click this one here, select, and let's go back to our ChatGPT, and I'm gonna say, write me a short testimonial for a customer who purchased a camera from my website. Hit enter, give it a few seconds, and let's click stop generating because it's already going haywire. Let's click on here. The customer service was exceptional. They were responsive, patient, genuinely interested. Let's copy this text, go back to Elementor. I'm going to click here on edit text editor, select all of this, remove, paste, and here is a review. It's a little bit long, so let's remove a few pieces of text. Let's go like this. Okay. Sarah Jones, feel free to change names. Interior designer, we can leave it as interior designer. I will not change the text for all the other testimonials, but again, in a similar fashion, you're going to click on edit column, style, you're going to choose your image. For example, this one here, select, and we can see that the image is a little bit skewed to the right. So underneath position, instead of center left, let's try default, let's try center center. There you go. So underneath center center, we have this image. Feel free to change this name to Bob Adams, student. And likewise, we can go to ChatGPT and regenerate a response. For the sake of completion, I'm just going to change the image here, style, choose image, and this will be our third image over here. It's looking pretty good. And we can change this name to Jack Davidson. Okay. Let's scroll down a little bit. Interested, shop this plant collection. I don't like this text very much. Let's change it to shop for your next tech gear. Let's go back to ChatGPT to find a piece of text for this. I'm gonna write me a header, or write me a blurb that will go under the title. What title did I put here? Shop for your next tech gear. I can even copy this text, copy, go back to ChatGPT, and over here you can see me just do Control V for paste, shop for your next tech gear, hit enter. I can scroll out a bit. I'm going to do stop generating. And now let's pick a sentence. Whether you're a gadget enthusiast, a professional creator, or seeking the latest cutting technology, we have you covered. So let's copy this. Let's go back to Elementor. Let's click on edit text editor, select all the dummy text, delete, and paste. And there you go. Likewise, this image does not correspond to my style of website, so this is going to be underneath edit section, style. Once again, we have an image over here. Let's do choose image. And in this case, for the background, let's select this image here. We can give it a try. Okay, so let's work with this one because I like the image. Like in the previous section, I'm gonna go to background overlay, normal. I'm gonna select on classic, color. I'm gonna choose white, which ends up being theme color 6. If you want, I can do a whole other video on how colors work, including hex values, RGB values, how do you find colors, how do you match colors together. So let's select white. And again, playing with the opacity, we can see how this image is either going to fade or not fade. So let's keep it relatively high in order to see this text. And in this case, what I would like to do actually is bring this whole section more towards the center, or even maybe more towards the left. So how do we do that? If we click on Edit Section and Layout, so underneath Layout, instead of Content Width Boxed, I'm going to click Full Width. And a trick I'm going to need to do here is right click on this column, do duplicate. Now you can see that there's two of them, but we don't need anything that's inside of here. So let's right click, delete, right click, delete, right click, delete. Okay. And over here, let's bring everything to the left-hand side. So we can click Edit Heading, Alignment to the left, Edit, Style, Alignment to the left for the text editor. And even the button, we can align it to the left. Okay. Now we don't want it too close to the left-hand side. So we can click on Edit Column, Advanced, Padding. I'm gonna unclick this because it links it all together. Here we can do REM and start adding padding to the left. We can also add padding to the right. And I like how this looks. We can also add padding to the top. Bring it all down a little bit. And we can click on Update. And let's go back to our website here and click on Refresh. So far we have our page with our products, our text that we edited, our testimonials, and our little section here, shop for your next tech gear. Now, let's edit the bottom section here. If we scroll back up, if we click on Customize, this customizer is going to allow us to pretty much change everything that's displayed on our page that has nothing to do with Elementor, such as the header section. As you can see, we cannot edit anything in the middle, but if we scroll down to the footer, we're able to edit this section. So let's start by the logo here. So I'm going to click on Edit Widget. Got it. This image here, I'm going to do Edit, Image Details, Replace, and I'm going to choose our logo that we have uploaded earlier, Replace, and sure enough, our image popped up over here. I'm going to remove this Simply Natural over here by removing it and removing some spacing. Here we have our product. I would like to make this a little bit smaller, so we can drag this smaller. Give it a second to refresh. Make it a little bit smaller as well. And this is now our footer, along with our social icons, where we can hide and show as we wish. Let's say we do not have a LinkedIn or a Twitter, and we just have a Facebook and Instagram page. We're also able to change the colors here. Let's say we want to put this the blue from our global colors that we have selected over here. As we know, we created a global color in Elementor. However, it does not translate into the customizer here. So if I click background color, I have to now go back to Elementor in another tab. I can scroll up to, let's say, here where we selected our global color. So this is our global color selected, as we see, ST1. But I want to know this hex value of the color. So I'm going to click on the color picker, and it's already selected for me. Right click, copy, go back to the customizer. And over here, I'm going to do paste. I want to make sure that it was selected correctly, and it was. And there you go. And I'm going to click on publish. If we go back to our website, so I'm going to go back to our main dashboard, open up our website in a new tab, and I'm going to scroll down, and here we have our new section along with our website. Now let's go back to the customizer, and we can change all of these texts over here. This is a menu called quick links, and in here I'm able to add and remove just like we did before. Let's say I want to add the camera and drone pages, so I can go product categories, cameras, drones, publish, and we can see here that cameras and drones have appeared in our quick links menu. Likewise over here, let's change some of the text because we do not have a plant and succulent website, but more of a camera and drone. So get in touch with us for the best quality. Let's change this to cameras and drones. And instead of a little text here, I'm going to go to ChatGPT. First, I'm going to copy this title, ChatGPT, and I'm going to say, write me a short blurb to put under this title for my website footer. Now I'm going to go colon and quotation marks. I'm going to paste the title, close the quotation, hit enter. Okay, once again, a lot of text. I'm going to click stop generating. I'm going to say, this text looks pretty good. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to our customizer, and I'm going to simply paste the text here. And it's a bit too much of a text, so I'm going to remove this section here. And this is looking pretty good. Now I'm going to click on publish. I'm going to go back to our website. I'm going to hit refresh. And this is what our footer is looking like. Now, let's say we want to stay consistent. We want to change the colors of our buttons to this global blue that we selected. So in here, let me just close some extra tabs. Okay, this needs to be updated. I'm going to close. The customizer we can close. Now we are back on our website. Let's click Edit with Elementor. Now let's click Edit the button, Style, and the button color. Let's click on the global icon and find ST1. And there we have it. We can also change the color when you hover over the button. So let's go to, instead of normal, we're going to go hover. And color, we can choose another color. Let's do theme color 1, which is that orangey color like that. So now when you hover over it, it's going to become blue. It's going to become orange, sorry. We can go down to see if there's any other color. Let's see these buttons here. Let's change this to that blue. And we're going to click edit button, style, and we're going to do ST1. We're going to click here, style, text color, ST1. We're going to click edit button, style, color, ST1. Let's scroll down a bit, ask for help, edit button, style, theme color, ST1. And let's do the same button here, edit, style, color, ST1, and hover, color, theme color 1. Beautiful. Let's click on update. Let's go back to our main dashboard here. Let's open up our website in a new tab. And this is what our website's looking like. So we went from a plant website to a tech website. It's looking pretty good. And all of our changes has been made, and we have successfully created our homepage. Now in the next sections, we're going to go in and start changing the other pages, such as our store. This page needs to be edited. We have an About Us. A Contact Us page will need to be edited. And My Account is a page for your customers to log in, to view their orders, to view their recent orders, to make changes and requests, to make refund requests. So let's go ahead and start editing the pages. Let's go to Store. And we're going to click on Edit with Elementor. First things first, let's change this image. I'm going to do Edit Section, Style, Image. I'm going to do Choose Image. And I uploaded this image earlier, so let's click on this yellow guy, select. Now we can see our image over here. Every piece of text is editable. Instead of store, we can write my store or our store. Instead of featured plants, we can write featured products. And I want to make a note of what this is over here. If we go back to our website in a new tab and we go to store, we can see that underneath featured plants, we have some text, we have some products over here. If we go to Elementor, we don't see the products. If we click on this, it's called the shortcode, which is an element in Elementor. As you can see here, if I start typing in Elementor to search for a widget, if I start typing shortcode, okay, shortcode, when I click here, this basically is a code that is connected to WooCommerce, and it allows you to display products in many different ways and customize it to your liking. Now I have already in another tab WooCommerce documentation for the shortcodes included. And how to use shortcodes in WordPress. Basically, in our case, we're looking at how our products are being displayed. We can see that in Elementor, we have products, limit of 3, columns of 3, visibility, featured. So this means we want a limit of 3 products shown in 3 different columns, and we want our featured products to be shown. And This can be found on the WooCommerce website. If you're interested, I can provide the link in the description. And you're able to customize how your products look. If we zoom out and I click on update and I go back to our website store and I click refresh, so now we see our image updated. And featured product, we have 3 products, so limit of 3 in 3 columns, and these happen to be our featured products. And this can be customized to show whichever products you would like. Okay, we still have some more work to do here, so let's go back to Elementor. Let's scroll down. This is another piece of shortcode. If I click on edit, product column 3. So here we can do our, instead of plant collection, our full collection. And I can click on update. And again, similarly to our footer, which looks like this, there's another question: need help in choosing the right product? And we can go back to ChatGPT. I can copy all this, copy, go back to WordPress, and I can say, write me a blurb to put under this title, colon, quotation marks, paste, and then I can do comma and start typing for my website store selling cameras and drones. Hit enter, give it a few seconds. Okay, and we can do stop generating. Oops. Now let's select this, copy. Let's go back to our Elementor page. In here, we can select all of this dummy text, delete, and hit paste. That looks pretty good to me. Let's change this color to our global color. I'm going to click on edit button, style, text color. I'm going to click on this icon, go down to ST1, our global color, and there you go. I'm going to click on update. I'm going to go back to our store page, hit refresh, and this is our main store page now. We have our store, featured products, our full collection, and our little section here. So this page is done and it's looking good. Let's go page by page. Underneath store, we have cameras and drones. If we click on cameras, we can see that this page is looking great as it is. We have all of our cameras. We can filter by price. We can go to drones and we can see our drones as well. Now let's customize our About Us page. So let's click on About Us. Once again, this has been the default for the Astra theme that came with it. So let's start customizing this at least a little bit. So let's do edit with Elementor. Once again, edit section, style, choose image. Let's select an other image for our website. Let's click this, select. Once again, it's a little bit too high, the image, and the text is clashing a bit with the background. So let's start by fixing the image size full, position. Let's move this to center. Does this do anything? No. This looks great. So you have to sometimes play around with the position settings here on the left. And let's add a background overlay as I showed you how to do before. So I'm going to go down to background overlay. Color is white. Instead of gradient, let's just do classic. You know what? Let's do gradient. So gradient is going to be The first color is white, second color is a transparent color. So you can play around with the setting to see how you like your image to be. So I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna drag this down, and I really encourage you to go around and start playing with these settings because they're really, really interesting to customize your page. This is looking pretty good. Now let's scroll down. We work hard to provide you the best quality plants and succulents. Let's change this text to the best quality cameras and drones. Once again, we would like a piece of text to go here, so I'm going to go ahead and copy this text. Copy. I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'm going to write the prompt, write me a blurb for my website with the title, colon, quotation marks, paste, and quotation marks. And let's hit enter and see what happens. Okay, it's spitting out a lot of stuff. We can click on this section. Let's copy this. Let's go back to our Elementor page. Let's click on this text editor. Let's select all of this and delete. And let's do paste. And there you go, straight from ChatGPT. Let's edit this button like we did on the previous page. We're going to do edit button, style, background color. I'm going to click on this icon and click ST1, our global color. And likewise on hover, color, let's choose theme color 1. And there you go. Let's scroll down a bit. We can always click update at any time to save our changes in case our computer crashes or the power goes out or something. And, you know, again, our company, we can go back to ChatGPT and we can write me a small blurb for, in quotation marks, our company, comma, for my camera and drone store. Hit enter. Wait for the text to be populated. We're going to do stop generating. And I like this, so let's click on this. Copy. Back to About Us in Elementor. And I'm going to click on this text. I'm going to select all of this and press delete. I'm going to click on paste. And there you go. You know, we can play around with how this text is displayed by going to style. Right now it's center aligned. We can make it justified. We can make it left aligned, right aligned. I like to justify, so let's click justified. And here you have it, our company. You know, this image, once again, I can click on edit image. I can choose an image. And let's say I want to select this one. I can click select. It's a little bit too big for my liking, so let's go to style. And max width, we can play around with this lever a little bit. Let's say something like this. This looks pretty good to me. Okay. And if we go down, here is some more text that we can, again, take from ChatGPT. Let's say we take this, we do copy, and back here, I'm going to click here, select all, delete, paste, and instead of our company, I'm going to change this to @ST products. Okay, looking pretty good. Again, all of this can be edited with ChatGPT, our team. I can do, so I'm gonna copy this prompt I'm going to paste it down here, but instead of our company, I'm going to do our team, hit enter. It's going to shoot us some text. Let's do stop generating. Let's copy this, copy back to about us. Let's click here, select all, delete, paste. And once again, we can go to style and justify the alignment. That's looking pretty good. Once again, all of these images can be edited by clicking on edit image box, choose image. Feel free to choose different images that you have for your teammates. Let's select this one as an example. And we don't like the size, it's misaligned. So to fix the alignment, we go to style once again, and we do width. We have to play around with the setting. We can do micro adjustments until we feel that the image is in line with the other ones, and this is looking pretty good as such. Once again, underneath content, you're able to change the title to Maria Adams, and instead of co-founder, we can write, you know, CTO, for example, or head of sales. Once again, this is a divider, and we can click on edit divider style. We can of course change the color to our ST1, and if we want to change the other colors of the other dividers, we can do right click, copy for the divider, and here we can do right click, paste style, and here right click, paste style. Now this is looking pretty good. If we click here, these are social icons. You can add and remove. Let's say this person does not have a Twitter. We can remove the Twitter icon. We can go to style and primary color. Once again, we can change it to ST1. Now look at that. Likewise, we can right click, copy, right click here, paste style, paste style. So now we're having our team being built up. Here's another section, interested, shop this plant collection. Let's change this from shop, interested. Let's just do view our shop. And here we can change this text to find your next camera or drone today. Ask us for help if needed. Let's change this color, edit button, style, color, ST1, hover, color, theme 1. There you go. Again, I don't like this image, so we can do edit section, style, we can choose an image, and for this section, let's choose, let's see here. Doesn't matter, let's choose this image again. Select, interested, view our shop. We're going to change from bottom center. We're going to do, I believe, top right. Background overlay, normal. Instead of a gradient, let's just do a normal color, and we can choose white. And there you go. We can increase or decrease the opacity. And we can click on update. Let's go back to our, so let's close this tab. This we can keep open. Let's close this tab. Now we're back at our dashboard. Let's click on our website in a new tab. And let's go to our About Us page. Here you can see we have updated our website page to show our company information. So let's continue. Contact Us page. Once again, edit with Elementor. Let's change this image. So I'm going to click on Edit section, Style, choose Image, and for this header, let's select, I'm going to upload another image here. So let's do upload files, and I'm going to simply drag and drop an item. Let's do this one. Okay, so this is the new image that I uploaded. Select, look at this new image. Let's change its alignment. Instead of center left, we have to play around with it. Center, center, top left, bottom center, bottom right, bottom left, cover, auto, so this is looking good like this. And let's add an overlay once again. We're going to go back to background overlay. There's already one in place, but let's increase the opacity, or rather decrease, so we can play around with the levers, and we can increase or decrease the opacity. This is looking pretty good to me. Let's scroll down, contact details. Again, everything, you click on edit icon box, just as usual. Your icons are able to edit just as we did in our previous page, and you can search for a new icon. You can change the information here by saying 123 Test Street, any city. And to jump a line, I'm going to zoom in here. You have to do this, brackets, BR stands for break, which basically means jump a line in HTML coding. So break, and then we can do country 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as you can see here, the BR skipped a line. I'm going to zoom out. Once again, we can go to style, and we can change this color to ST1. Same thing for our call us page. You can edit the phone numbers, and as you can see, there's already a BR over here, because perhaps here you want to do, info, but here you want to do sales or support or whatever you like. So we can zoom out, go back to style, change the color to ST1. Likewise, our email addresses, style, color, ST1. So our contact details, feel free to edit your contact information here. And what else do we have? We have our map, where we can edit Google Maps. This is another element within Elementor. And feel free to change the address to anything you want here. We can just write New Jersey, USA, but you can be more specific. And this is not giving us such a nice map, so we can leave it at New York City. And here's New York City. Feel free to play around with these levers here. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can set a minimum or maximum height as you wish. And we're going to click over here, edit the button. Once again, we're going to do style, text color. I'm going to change it to ST1. Now you're going to notice that over here, I'm not able to edit this button, and that's because this is part of a shortcode. If I click on edit shortcode, you can see that we have WP Forms ID equals 7. So this is a WP form. If I go back to our dashboard and I see on top here, on the left here, I see WP Forms. WP Forms is a plugin that got installed automatically when we installed our Elementor and Astra starter templates. WP Forms allows you to create contact forms, and as you can see here, shortcode ID equals 7. And our contact page, we have shortcode ID 7. So any changes that we do to our contact form within these settings is going to be updated automatically to these settings. And in the next little section, I'm going to show you how to change this color to our global colors. Okay, so I'm going to show you now how to change this color of this button here in our WP Forms. So this is a little bit more advanced, but I'm going to show it to you in any case. So in another tab, I have the WP Forms documentation, which you can find on the site. I'm going to leave a link in the description. And it shows you how to change your color of the button. Now this is going to involve adding custom CSS code, but I'm going to show you how simple it really is. So this code needs to be added to our website, and how we're going to do this, instead of Elementor, we're going to close this tab. I'm going to go back to our dashboard and open up our website in a new tab. I'm going to go to Contact Us page, and here I'm going to scroll down and see we still have the old color. I'm going to click on Customize. So just going to open up the customizer. Now within the customizer, there's many settings, but you can see near the bottom, at the bottom, there's the last button called Additional CSS. We're going to click it. And this is where you can paste custom code, such as WP Forms. And I simply want to change the color. I'm not interested in the border or the transition. So I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this for now. I'm going to right click, copy. I'm going to go to our customizer and I'm going to paste it here. Now when I click paste, you can see that our image instantly changed. Our button instantly changed colors, sorry. We want to have the same blue as our buttons over here. So for that, I'm going to go back to our dashboard, open up our products, our website, excuse me, edit with Elementor. And from here, I'm going to click as an example on this button, style. Now we see we have our normal and hover colors here. So I want ST1. I'm going to click on the color picker. I'm going to copy this hex code. It's already selected. So Control C, copy, go back to customizer. And the submit button here, I'm going to select this text here and do Control V for paste. And we can see that the color changed to our ST1. Border color, we're not interested, so I can remove this. And our hover color, I would like to change as well. So let's go back to our Elementor. And on hover, we have our theme color one. I'm going to click the color picker. It's already selected. Right click, copy, go back to customizer. And background color here, I'm going to select it and do paste. And maybe clean up the code a little bit. but you don't have to worry too much as long as you follow the template. And you can see now when you hover over it, we have our colors as we like. Now I'm going to click publish. I'm going to go back to our dashboard and open up our website in a new tab. And as you see, when we go to contact us, our button is just as we like it. So this is looking great. Likewise, we said that my account, there's nothing exactly to do right now since we do not have any orders or products for our account. And we go back to our home page and let's just have a quick refresh view of our website. So we have our home page. Everything is looking great. Our featured products, testimonials, go to shop. We have our store page looking great as well. About us, our contact us page. But now there's a few other little things that we need to cover. For example, our buttons right now, they don't bring us anywhere. So I would like this to go to our store page. So how do we do that? Let's click on Edit with Elementor. And I'm going to click on Edit Button. And you can see here on the left, there is an area to put a link. So you can literally paste the URL of your shop page, or if you start typing shop, we can see that our pages pop up and I can click on shop. So this automatically brings our shop page. I can do update. And if we go back to our home page, we now have the button that's functioning as we want it to. Now we have to do the same for all the other buttons. For example, this text over here is not going to bring us to anywhere. So let's go back to Elementor. And camera varieties, drone varieties, vintage gear. Let's say we click on this edit button, and here I'm going to start typing cameras. Okay, so here we're going to have to do something a little more tricky. I'm going to go back to our website. I'm going to do store cameras. I'm going to click here. I'm going to copy the URL, go back to Elementor and paste the URL over here. So now when I click update and I go back to our home page, you can see that when I click on C collection, it brings us to our cameras. And we can do the same for drones. So let's do store drones. Let's copy the URL. Let's go back to Elementor. Let's click here on this button and let's paste the URL here. Now we're in drones. I'm going to click update. I'm going to go back to our home page and refresh. And as you see, when we click on C collection, it brings us to our drone page. Amazing. So we have our buttons set up. We have our product set up. Let's edit this button. Like we're going to be back in our Elementor and we want to edit this. We can click on edit button. We can start typing contact or contact us. Click it, update. And now when we hit refresh and we click this button, it brings us to our contact page. That's perfect. So I think in this way, we can update all our other buttons if we like. It can bring us to a specific page, to a certain link. Likewise here, go to shop. We can do edit with Elementor. If we scroll down to that button, we can click edit button. Link on the left, we can write shop, and it brings us to our shop page. I'm going to click on update. From here, I can do exit, apply, leave, close. We can always click this W here to go back, and we can click dashboard to go back again. I'm going to do some cleaning up. I'm going to close this tab. I'm going to click update here and close the tab. I'm going to close this, and let's open up our website one last time in a new tab. Beautiful. So we have these, our links work. And likewise, our buttons brings us to our shops. So at any moment, when you click on store and you click on a product, it'll bring up this single product page showing you the product. You're able to add an item to the cart. And you can see now on the top that your cart has updated. You can click view cart from here or from here. And look at our shopping cart over here. View cart, coupon code if applicable, and you can proceed to checkout. So we have pretty much set up the whole website. All that's missing now is connecting your payment gateways and start selling your products. So I'm going to show you now how to set up your WooCommerce settings. So let's go back to our dashboard. And on the left, I'm going to click on WooCommerce. And there's going to be a procedure to follow step by step on how to set it up. So step one, let's add some store details, add details. Here we can just press got it. Here you're going to start inputting your address line, your city, your country. General options such as where and which locations you sell to, specific countries, shipping locations, currency options. Feel free to change your currency if you're in a different country. Okay, save changes. If we go back to the WooCommerce button on the left, we already added products, and then step 3 is, for example, setting up payments. If we click on that, we can close this. So there's different payment gateways that you can enable. WooCommerce now has their own native payment gateway platform called WooCommerce Payments, where you can read more about it, and they have a very small set percentage of commission that they're going to take for each sale. You can also install the more common payment gateways such as Stripe or PayPal. And by clicking on Stripe, for example, get started, it's going to be installing Stripe as a plugin, and then you have to go and connect it through an API, which is a little bit more of an elaborate process, and I can definitely make a whole video on that, but it is quite simple. Once you've connected your payment gateways to WooCommerce, you're then able to accept payments, and your store is pretty much all set up and ready to go. So Let's click back on dashboard, and there's one more plugin that I want to share with you guys. If we go to plugins on the left, well, for now we can see that we have, the checkout plugin got installed for Stripe. We have Elementor, starter templates. We have some different WooCommerce plugins that got installed automatically. If we do add new, I'm going to search for one that's called maintenance. This is the one here. As you can see, there's over 800,000 active usage. I'm going to click install now. Activate. It's going to bring me back to this page. And on the left, now at the bottom, we can see that there's a maintenance button. We can click that. And this brings us here. Forget about the paid version, just click somewhere outside of the box. And now we're in WP maintenance. So all this means is that when it is on and we can click preview, it's going to say Sam Tech Products, maintenance mode is on. You're able to change this text and this image. Let's go back. Site is undergoing maintenance. Maintenance mode is on. Thank you for your patience. Please check back soon. Okay, and if we scroll down, this is all paid. We can ignore that. We can keep scrolling. We can upload a background image. We can do upload background. Once again, we can choose an image that we have already uploaded or choose a new one altogether. But let's select this one for fun. Select image and scroll all the way down, save changes. And if we click on preview, this is what our website looks like. Sam Tech Products, maintenance mode is on. Please check back soon. So this allows you to put your website in maintenance mode where the end user will see this page, and it allows you to do some perhaps more in-depth editing where you're concerned of a drastic change occurring. This is good for doing site updates, plugin updates, product updates, and any other changes that you want to put. This is kind of like a safe mode for your website. So I can close this, and at any time you can turn this off and do save changes. You can put it back on and do save changes. So thanks for watching my video. In this tutorial, I showed you how to create a beautiful e-commerce website using WordPress, Elementor, Astra themes, WooCommerce payments, and of course ChatGPT. If you have any other questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. If you have any other video suggestions for the future, I am open to hearing them and would love to create new content based on what my viewers request. I'm quite knowledgeable using WordPress and Elementor especially, so if there's any Elementor specific questions, please ask away. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the next video. Thank you.